Hello, Daycarn here, and welcome back to Torment. Last episode, we escaped the sorrow. Eritis wants to talk to us.
Oh? Oh, it's you. Can I ask you something?
If you didn't know better, you'd think he looked thoughtful. He rubs the sides of his face, then corners of his sleep-bruised eyes. I've been pondering some things for over an hour about what happened back there in Mielavest. All those peoples with stories so like your own, and now so many of them just stopped. I barely knew them at all. How? He pauses, toying with his doublet and staring at the sky. His glow pulses brighter and brighter until it's hard to look at him directly. How are they supposed to be part of my story if they're dead? We don't like this thought. Suffuse him, blind him. Yes. You talk about them as like yeah, 30. Of course, he says, chuckling. I didn't think the world started when I was born. He shakes his head. I often wondered what it was like, you know, the whole world waiting for me to be born, but not knowing when it would happen. Then he slaps his forehead. You weren't talking about me. We were talking about your family. Blue-tied. There, he begins, then winces. The glow around him is glowing brighter than it ever has before. He doesn't appear to notice, however. Their stories are now over. Over now, aren't they? I mean, unless they come back at some dramatic moment, more powerful than they were before. I love doing that. He's still talking! We are filling his eyes and thoughts, and he's still talking! But assuming that doesn't happen, what does it mean? The stories matter to them, I think, but what do they matter now? The golden light of his aura and his casual words can't quite hide the glimmer of beads of sweat rolling down his cheeks. Yeah, 3 again. Yes, he says wistfully, a larger story. I've always lived life to the next adventure, but now I'm wondering, where will it end? What will it be like? He pauses, shocked by his own thoughts. What will happen after? Scan thoughts. You will inspire others to follow your example, to host us, to entertain us. Oh, Eritis.
Sure.
Oh, I've also got level up, so... 3 step pulls, extra effort. Increasing your max effort level will allow you to spend more effort points with profit. Yes, that's handy. Extra effort. Oh, he's got another level. Height, speed. What else? Can't do that, sir. That'll help.
Go.
Power observation. Boris.
Something to do.
Excellent prey. Oh, a named person. A pale, heavy-set merchant woman stands by an agitated Aeon. Her eyes seem to have trouble focusing on you, and when they do, she drops them, her hands nervously adjusting the scarf around her neck. Need help. Can't think. I must... I'm scared. You here to trade? Why are you wearing a that heavy scarf? Her eyes meet yours, and for a moment you almost think they're pleading quality to them. Then they ablaze with fury. That's none of your business. Leave it be, or just leave. Scarf? I forgot. I put it on to hide. Nothing. It hides nothing. Big finger. You can't do that. Go, Eritis. Tugging at the merchant's scarf reveals a jagged, still bleeding teeth marks across her neck. She yelps in surprise and leaps away from you, hastily putting the scarf back up. How dare you put your hands on me! Get away! Please, just leave us alone. She glances at her and eyes words like a child with a guilty conscience. Just leave us alone. She hisses, waving at you, Lord. You realize the marks on her neck match the blunt teeth of a large herbivore Like her. That's a herbivore and hit her? What? Okay. Look, Eratus cries. The beast has blood on its mouth, and its mistress has blood on her neck. That means Iden's wide foul and feeding on your mistress like some feedy thing. Wait! Eratus scowls. Punching is always the best option unless you're skewering. Skewering is even better. He smiles malevolently. But please tell me your exciting options. You could examine it. To find the best place to punch it? Excellent idea. Examine to your heart's content. Try and put your hand back. No, but she probably can. That's close. There it is. I can help. What's happening to you? Whew. Man, it feeds on me, suckles the blood from my neck for some reason I can't. No, I don't want it to make it stop. She shakes her head, trying to clear it. But that's a lie. I do want it to stop. The voice quavers in terror. I think the bloom did this to my enemy. Tied us together somewhere. It's in our heads. I can hear. Hold on. I'm gonna see, because I might need more stat points. Ah, good, there's a sleep spot.
Go.
Ah, the lady is getting kicked. A woman barefoot in rags stands defensively beside a tent. Despite her obvious poverty, she crosses her arms and holds her chin high. And what do you want? Another dangerous looking one. Gods. Is there no end to the predators in this place? You look like you could use some help. She lowers her arms. And offer the help? That's certainly first. Yes, I admit I could use some help. I have had my fill of predators and the insane. She points her chins in a direction to the tunnel that leads out of the courtyard. They are called Belen and Vrung. They began squeezing my enemy for months. Protection, they call it, though obviously they only mean from them. I wish I could do more to simply cave to their demands, but as you can see, I'm not exactly equipped to defend myself. That's all I can do to survive.
I'll remember that.
They crawled out of a hole somewhere deeper in the bloom. Little Nillish, I think it's called. I'm not the sort of to wish violence upon anyone, even people like them, but I hope something happens to stop them. I'm so naive, hoping for help. Still, no harm pointing a potential thug to another. Tell me about yourself. She gives a weak smile and a curtsy. My name is Quinn. The Bloom, most pitiable storyteller and self-styled innkeeper. Though I admit the inn is far too fine a word for my little tent. Still, I can provide a meal, bedroll, and at least modicum of entertainment in the form of tales from my homeland. Before I came here, I was a noblewoman, believe it or not, a courtier of Citral. She gets a faraway look in her eye. I feel like it feels like a previous life. I wonder if I'll ever find a way back. She shakes her head. I suspect not. Even if I could leave the Bloom and learn the directions to Steadfast, the journey itself would be lethal. I'd like to sleep. Of course. Well, I do. Oh, well, not really. Sleep for you free. She looks at you sympathetically. We're both refugees, are we not? Okay. Well, thank you. 65 sins.
I can breathe again.
Feels like everything's going to be all right.
Woo.
Action! Here I come!
Okay, let's
You want a job done right?
try again. Okay, let's persuade. 70, 30, 50. Okay. Oh yes! Success. Critical success. The stat pool spent on the effort restored. You can see the woman's struggle, her whole body shakes. You faintly hear a whisper of canopy of sounds, chittering and buzzing, lashing out in rage as it fights back. Then it falls silent. The merchant's eyes softens and focus. She shakes her head as if clearing it. I did it! The place is gone! The Anine also shakes his head, snorts, and settles back on its haunches. The merchant turns to you with cleared eyes. Thank you. I don't know what was wrong with me. The bloom got in my head and changed my hand too. But I think she's back to her old self now. She hesitates and nods. You came back and you can come back anytime. I'll give you a discount. It's the least I can do. Woohoo!
Let's go.
That was worth it. Waits for prey? This can't be good. A metal construct stands before you, silent and still. Its armor is pitted and ancient, spiked with metal thorns instead of arms. Its construct has long killing blades sharpened to a gleaming edge. What are you doing, Miss Guinness? I wouldn't talk to this monster. I've seen it kill some powerful people, and some powerful not people too. I don't like the way it looks at me either. You sense a mind inside the machine. It is a mind so alien that although you can hear it, you cannot understand it. Yeah! A series of light flash beneath the construct's face where it makes no audible reply. Yeah, no. There's too much dead around there. Gloomwalker, bug, Gloomwalker.
Yes, now.
Sorry for the delay in episodes. I've had problems getting around to recording and, well, been fiddling with my mic and trying to get the new one set up.
Yes.
Unlock the vast interior. Caravan guard.
I'm ready.
Probably can't go any further. Yes, I can. Can't we just hack away through? Nope, like I said, it ain't there anymore. But you told us it was this way. Used to be. Now it ain't. Bloom does what she likes. Okay.
Done.
Well, I could talk.
Why are you always sighing, Aligarn?
You don't know my history. You wouldn't understand.
So, boredom then? In case you haven't noticed, you don't have a monopoly on tragedy here.
Orcs of Fear. Elder. Okay, that's a no. Let's just explore a bit.
Yes.
That's... Okay, what's that? An enormous statue of a woman wielding a hammer stands here, its lower half lost to the shadow in the depths of the bloom.
Action! Here I come!
Machi, Alaska, Ulaskas? Okay. You there, we need your help. Okay. This man is tall and wooden curly fin. His wiry hair looks like an explosion of metal springs atop his head. He regards you with bright, feverish eyes that seem too large for their sockets and smiles. Even as he motions you clearer, the man is scribbling words on a scrap of paper. He has fastened some sort of harness around his body. It holds tiny writing tablets and inkwells so he can continue to write as he moves about. Dozens of scrolled cover notes are stuck to his leathery robes. There's the one who will aid the devourer. I've heard rumors of one fitting your description, one who helps those in need. Help us, sister, he intones in a wet and breathy voice. We are excrements of a great devourer, and we beseech your aid to right the great wrongs. Okay. Bloom cultists, the fancy name doesn't make them any less crazy. You walk in the company of a heretic, I see. The awkward-looking man peers at Makina, then scribbles furiously on his paper. But heresy has no root in fear. But heresy has a root in fear, and fear has choked the ears and drowns out the voices of the great devourer. We do not hate the heretic, we pity her. The white one corrupts her, no matter. The wise will see reason. Oh, okay. We are those who venerate the bloom as divine and seek to become part of it. If it will have us, he pauses. We are the only ones who can see the great wrong has been done here. What sort of wrong? A terrible torment, he whispers. Visited upon the bloom, our god. It is the work of Enoch, the measurer and meddler who dwells in the nodal flesh. He raises a pen towards the house that sits on the other side of the platform, red and stinking and inflamed. Larix desires to understand the plume, to qualify its impulses. This causes pain to our god. His eyes bulge even wider, and it occurs to you that you haven't once seen him blink. The evidence is clear for all to see. It is raw and swollen flesh of Inox's house. We have warned Inox to stop his pokings and proddings and measurings, but he will not listen. What methods are left to us? He lets a questioning hang in the air, unspoken fright. Perhaps you can help him change his mind. I can try and work out a compromise at least. At the word compromise, his mouth twitches. Try if you like, but blasphemers are loath to compromise. They are steeped in sin.
Making a note.
His face brightens and he pulls a handful of scribblings from his pocket and shoves them into your hands. Scriptures of the great Devourer, to inspire your thoughts and guide your words. Another tortuous smile cuts across his face. From the pen of the inkpot, who is me. Okay. Hey? I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. This is Daycarn, signing off. Bye!